We are live, David. We are live at the UCF campus here in the Student Union. I'm so excited. You can't make this shit up.
You can't.
The best, the absolute best interns that I've ever seen come from this this venture here.
And we're not just saying that because two of our associates are standing right here in front of us.
That's true.
But it's the truth. We've had an excellent group of young people come to GW to do the interns from UCF, and they've been phenomenal.
Well, I mean, it started with Addison. Uh, she started with us.
Will we see Addison?
Addison said she's going to be here tonight.
Okay,
she
good.
wasn't planning on coming, but she has said that she will.
Excellent.
But we still, everybody who comes here to J.M. Washington as an intern, they're family. So we really welcome the fact that they're here.
I'm watching myself on the monitor behind you of one of our old shows. It's just so weird.
I love it. I love it because, you know, we do so much.
Right.
And you do, especially because you are so embedded in the community that I wanted to be able to bring something to our company. And I think that when we bring these interns in, I think that gives J.M. Washington even a higher level of quality, because these people, these young adults, they want to be public relations. They want to know how to write. They politics work. They truly invest themselves when they get here.
That's true.
Even if they don't want to talk politics, they don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but there's still stuff that we do that is related to marketing, PR work, branding, et cetera, and it's things that they can apply their skills and their knowledge to, that helps them professionally and personally, and also helps us professionally and personally.
Yeah, so we're going to kick this off. They're going to start walking in here about 6 o'clock. So
did you get your? I was on. You can't make this shit up.
I have not got my pin yet.
Okay, so we're going to make it official. We're going to give Joel his commemorative. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you said it right.
All right. I was on. You can't make this shit up.
You can't make the J.M. Washington.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
So everyone who appears on our show today will get one of a kind. Well, actually, there's, I think, 50 of them, less than 50 now, but collector item.
Yep.
That they appeared on the show. Moving forward, everyone who appears on the show will get a pin.
Well, that is awesome. That is awesome. So, David, what are your expectations for us tonight? Like, what are our goals tonight?
Our goals tonight is to grab as many interns as possible. No, actually, so honestly, yes, we're trying to recruit new associates for J&W, and I think also important for us is to continue moving our brand out there and brand awareness among, the other exhibitors here. We've got Visit Orlando right here in front of us, orlandojobs.com, College of Business, UCF, and Chick-fil-A, and perhaps we can establish some relationships.
And you got Synergy, you got Big Eye, some of the I mean, some really big hitters here. And, when you're in the public relations, and we actually this year, because of the film students, you're seeing more of that. Over to my right, I don't have exactly what they are, but over to my right, there's a company that's all about film. So RTW. Okay.
Yes, RTW. So I was told by our associate and also the quotes president, Angelina, that all of the tables are taken except for 10 of them.
Right, but they always have extra tables.
Yeah. Yep. And it looks like a very nice crowd here today. And eventually we'll, stroll around and pass some cards out and say hello to people. I forgot the. Oh, it looks like they're going to start.
Okay.
All right. So we'll pause right here.
So they're now getting ready to open the doors to, and the interns are going to come in. So, David, I'm going to have this one, and then we'll have a follow up with the next one. I'm going to have an intro for each one of them this time.
Excellent, excellent. That's great. And would you believe I forgot our pamphlets that we had?
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
They're outdated because we're innovators now.
Yes, we are.
So I mean, David, the where you brought this company is amazing, and we have so much more to do. I mean, we just started with Leadership Academy, and I really think that the interns that take pride in that, and because these ones will move on, or maybe become stay associates and get their own clients, and
Right.
I
Right.
mean, this is an opportunity for them, but for the interns that are coming on, Leadership Academy, what can you put into Leadership Academy? What's the next step for it? I wanted, because of David's great innovation in his thought, we came up with the track. So the legal track. And when we came up with the legal track, judicial, yeah, the judicial track, it led to thought. This is a leadership academy. It should be doing leadership for not just judicial and the political. We should do more outside of that. So we'll have a communications track. We'll have we'll have a Republican and a Democrat track, because there are some things that need to be covered there. But I think we're going to be able to bring so much more with your innovation of thinking, look, let's put this judicial track together. Let's market it. Let's put it out there, and everybody can get a taste of what's to come.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the marketing piece, and like you said, get a taste of what's yet to come, and just like change the world of political marketing and branding, and what's more important, how politics is done here in Central Florida, let alone Florida, maybe all of the United States.
And
there's a better mousetrap, and I believe we have it.
And David's always thinking, because look, he's in this room right now, and I don't know if we'll pan around later or something, but we're in this room, and David, not only did you take notice of who's here, but you said, hey, this facility could, be better, right? Like we could use this facility. If this is available. So you're always thinking about the next thing. Political salsa. Could we do political salsa at the UCF campus? Could we? I mean, this would be great. So again, I'm telling you this because David's always thinking, and when you're looking for somebody to take you to to take you into politics, to take you to that, where you need to go, David's the right, for Democrats especially, but David's the right guy, right? And I was just talking to Lindsay Hudak.
Yes,
she is the one who's in charge of all of the ad PR program. She's right here now, and
she's around here. Yeah,
she put it out like, if you're in Seminole County and you're doing politics, they should be talking with us.
Exactly.
And I like that, because it reinforces the fact that we're doing the right thing. And she says, all politics is PR.
That's right.
And if you don't recognize that, you're missing out.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm gonna say adios. Like, share, do whatever you need to, but you're gonna meet some students today.
All right.
Thank you
all
very
right.
much, David.
All right. Thank you, Joel. Here we go.
Welcome to another episode of You Can't Make This Shit Up. I'm your host, Joel Hawksley, and my guest here at the University of Central Florida Intern Pursuit, I'm going to give him a chance to introduce himself. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Aryan Patel. I'm a freshman here at the University of Central Florida. Just turned 19, and I'm very excited to get into this world.
You just turned 19.
Yes, like 4 days ago, I was in New York, turned 19.
Oh, so I have to go to New York to turn 19. Oh, yeah, I got you. So you're on You Can't Make This Shit Up. So when's that moment? When was that moment that you realized that you can't make this shit up? Like, for me, it's anything that could go wrong is going to go wrong. And I work in politics, so I can talk about it all day. Like, Donald Trump could be my conversation for the rest of my life if I wanted to, because he's entertaining, and Joe Biden is entertaining. But we don't do that. We try to stay local so that people learn the local people. We're going to be interviewing the county commissioners and stuff like that. So I'm going to want to know what you're trying to get out of Intern Pursuit, how you heard about Intern Pursuit, and then a moment that you say, oh, I saw X, Y, and Z, and it, whatever. It's you know what it means, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, take it away.
I don't know. So the reason, in general, I'm looking for an internship is obviously experience is the best way to learn anything, right? Like that's number one. You can do whatever you want in the world until you actually do it. Preparation is nothing unless you actually put it into effort, right? And so what was the second question? Sorry.
I'll have to go back to the recording to figure. So yeah, the Intern Pursuit. What are you hoping to get out of it?
Oh, again, experience. I think experience is the number one thing. Whether it's paid or unpaid, you have to put in your unpaid hours to get paid.
Excellent.
And I think I've learned that over the last few years. Even though I'm only 19, I think I've had experience, and I'm excited, whether it is paid or unpaid, to just learn more, because you get a certain level of experience, even if you're unpaid, that you don't get at a paid place because the structure is so different. You had just mentioned before we started recording that there's so much freedom in terms of the structure. And so I think, especially in a creative sense, and I think that's so important for people our age, especially looking for internships when you're younger, is what's the best way you can express yourself.
So you're 19 years old, and you're in the ad PR program, or are you just into you?
So I'm still taking my general education classes. I'm done next semester, applying over the summer, hoping to do an internship in the summer. And maybe even start an internship in the spring. Whatever I can figure out my classes, I need experience, right? So classes can work around the experience, because again, nothing beats experience in my personal opinion. And then once I get into ad and PR, that's the classes go from there, the work goes from there. But I think I've had enough experience on my own terms as well. I think
Have you thought of interviewing with Jay in Washington? They're a company downtown.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, so Jay in Washington is a political innovative firm that does podcasts and does politics and does just about everything. You might want to interview with them. They might be interested in somebody like you.
I'll write their number down.
I hope you do. Grab one of those cards over there.
Yeah.
But welcome. So, I now need to know about that moment.
So you're talking general, like life, like when.
Well, let me explain. Yeah, so when it's like, see, I always want to go up to freaking Washington, because it's so easy, everybody can relate to it. But it's that moment, like the last person I talked to, she had everything fail. She wanted to get multiple resumes, and then the printer didn't work, and then this didn't happen, and then so she comes with one resume, and I have to take a picture of it. Woo, yay! That's impressive for the poor.
Well, the thing is also, speaking of resumes, I'd rather be able to speak my resume to someone. right? I think I've had enough experience. I just got back from New York last night, got in at 1 a.m. I had class at 10 a.m. this morning.
Remember, New York, if you want to turn 19.
I didn't even, my suit's in the wash. Like I'm not prepared for this at all. But the thing is, I know how to speak my resume. I've done enough work this past weekend. Well, my oh shit moment, this past weekend, past 2 weeks, I missed school. I was at New York Film Festival and New York Comic Con, doing press coverage, whether it was press film releases. I interviewed producer of Blumhouse, Jason Blum.
Nice.
I did a bunch of things that I'm so proud of that I can speak extensively. In those moments where I'm like, okay, this is something where I feel like I can talk about forever. That's my oh shit moment.
This gentleman right here is lying about his age because he sounds like he's about 30 years old.
I'm serious. No, I'm serious. 19 years old, October 9, 2004.
Nice.
It's crazy. Life, it's insane, dude.
Yeah, I'm glad to have met you. I really appreciate you coming here and sitting down with me. And if you don't work here, you find something else. Just remember, we enjoyed having you on the show.
I enjoyed this conversation. Thank you so much.
This is limited edition. Nobody just gets that button. You have to actually sit on the show. You've done a great job. I really appreciate you coming along, and I can't wait to broadcast this.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Now he's sitting right next to me, even though we don't have the screens like this. So you're gonna see my hand. There you go. So thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you so much.
You have anything you want to say?
No. I thank you for this opportunity. I enjoyed this conversation.
Well, I appreciate it. And Joel Hawksley, he's the co-founder. That's myself. And then make sure you talk to David Washington. He's the brains behind the whole operation. I don't know why he ever decided to be partners with me. But you can't make this shit up. I'm having fun. And Aryan.
You got close. It was close.
I told him this. I told him I was going to screw it up. Aryan is definitely on the top of the list. So thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you so much.
And hey, you get to see more of my work.
You're looking for an editing skill for image or video.
Welcome to a special, you can't make this shit up. We are here at the University of Central Florida, the best university in Florida. If you just don't, you Gators fans and you listen, Miami, you can't compare. This is the best. Oh, and I'm not forgetting Tallahassee. So we're here at Intern Pursuit. I'm really excited. Some of the film students are kind of crazy, but it's okay. But I love these interns from, we have ad PR and we have film. The addition of film has been great. We do a little bit of that here. So that being said, I know nothing about this guy. I just told him to sit his ass down, and he sat down, and he's now going to talk about himself. So I'm the bad one. He's the good one. Introduce yourself. Tell the world who you are.
Well, what's going on? My name is Lamar Lindsay. I am originally from Bronx, New York. So shout out to my peoples.
Hey, 1 second. You can only turn 19 in New York. I was told that by the last guy.
I needed to run that back.
You'll have to watch that episode. So.
True. Okay. See, I like how you do this.
You have to really watch what you say with me.
I was reading this shit up, and I'm like, all right, cool. Just for you to tell me it's down, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Okay, well,
I'm very engaged. But
so what are you doing here at UCF?
So
other than chasing girls,
never. Me, no.
Still chasing guys. I'm sorry.
There we go.
I'm just saying that for the fun, because it's a really good joke. Because I don't care about. I really don't care what you're doing at UCF. If you're drinking underage, I'm not going to. You're going to tell people that accidentally on our show because that happened before. So I try to say nothing ridiculous. No, it's like a free world. You can look for anything, right?
It is. Hey, you can find whatever you want.
You can find a class on drinking beer here at UCF. I know.
There's a class on dark humor here. There was a class on dark comedy.
Damn, I better get in that class. I'm not doing this. So my jokes go like over everybody's head. I'm 55 years old, and I
where
I literally lost my favorite actress yesterday from Three's Company. Uh, yeah, the blonde.
Oh man, she's your favorite.
She was my favorite
Nah,
on
don't
there.
reach for the phone, man. It's all you.
So I only know those shows, like Gilligan's Island. You know.
Okay,
Okay, yeah. You know Gilligan's
I'm
Island.
familiar. I'm
Oh,
familiar. I'm familiar.
you saw an ancient episode of it. You know, Mickey Mouse was black and white when I was a kid. So don't mess around with me, okay? So what are you looking for? What kind of internship are you looking for? This is an unpaid internship because it's supposed to be fun and engaging, and we have. Shit, I didn't even look at what we have. So don't tell it. So we are on 5 days a week. We record on Thursdays. All our recordings on Thursdays. I have a show in the morning called The Morning Constitution. And then we have You Can't Make This Shit Up. And then David Washington show, which is in the evening. And we have a lot of fun at our company. So we make our interns associates and they're not really interns. You're not getting a cup of coffee unless it's for yourself. You're not doing something trivial. And if you are doing something trivial, it's something that I've already done myself. Because if I'm telling you to research, I want you to find somebody at WESH that knows politics. I already know who that person is. I'm just trying to get you to be familiar. Because when you reach out to WESH, it's different because now you're an intern working at J.N. Washington and you're trying to get a hold of somebody. They're going to be like, oh, a student. So we use you. Okay. But the free labor comes with a lot of good perks. So if you do this we've had people do this for credits. We have a person doing it just because they enjoy learning something about politics. Now, we're a political consulting PR firm. So the PR is me, and then David was the political consultant. I'm related with the Republicans in the area. He is the Democrats, and we said, you know what? You can't make this shit up. I mean, every time we were having a conversation, we'd say, no, I had a client that, they came in and I told them they should do X, Y, and Z, and instead I did Z, Y, and X, and I had to let that person go because you can't make this shit up. He goes, I had the same thing. So Democrats and Republicans are all exactly the same. They just think differently. So you have a lot of fun. So what are you looking for here at Intern Pursuit, and how did you hear about Intern Pursuit?
Alrighty, so me hearing about Intern Pursuit, that was just common amongst any of the Nicholson kids. The professor definitely made sure to drill it in you that this is the chance and the opportunity to really network with everybody and make sure that you're putting yourself out there, because at the end of the day, yes, we're going to need it for credit, but it's more about gaining the experience and gaining the opportunity to learn about what you want to do in the industry. Because I think specifically for me with IPR, there's tons of different things. Whether you want to be a little bit more creative or you just care about the script and stuff, I don't care. I like all of it. I love all of it because with me, I didn't come into here knowing anything. I'm a first generation student. So all of this seems to me as soon as it's presented. But I think as time kind of goes by, I'm just looking at different opportunities to kind of see which positions I want to go for. I might want to do account executive, I might want to do creative director, whatever the case may be. I just want to grow with whoever I'm with.
Well, that's awesome. Okay, so let's see. Where can we send you? Because we don't want you.
Oh, great story, dude. Get out of here.
Listen. I really do like you. And David, when he watches this, make sure you talk to David. David is the co-founder, and
great smile.
He is phenomenal. I don't know where I would be without him as a business partner. So we do this thing back and forth. If you were on our show, you'd be in the middle, or you'd be being grilled. It's really, think about this. The House of Reps, I'm going up to Washington, but I don't ever talk about Washington. But think about this. In Washington, D.C., we don't have a Speaker of the House. We don't have a third So if we lost the president of the United States and the vice president, we don't even have the third person. So then it has to go to the fourth. I mean, you can't make this shit up, dude. You can't. Like, this is unprecedented. And it all took one Florida, congressman to oust the freaking Speaker of the House. You can't make this shit. That's what the show is all about. We talk about different things like that, and we have fun. But what's your you can't make this shit up moment? You got to share it with the audience.
What's my I can't make it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I already cares. Okay, the reason I said
He did not. He did not. It was part of the show. It was asked for.
requested beforehand.
There you go.
What's it called? Can't make this shit up moment. I would have to say I also work at this as a cast member. So you already there is tons of those throughout the day. I would say the most recent one that I just got was when I was working outside. I make magic at the Journey of Water and the Seas with Nemo. That's located over
They
there.
brainwashed him already. He's making magic.
If they're from Florida, they don't know.
Listen,
they don't know
no.
what these terms are.
You gotta look at that. That is branding. It's branding. Like that is. I appreciate that story because that is branding. And the you can't make this shit up moment. Like the kid that comes up to you and says they see, they're having a conversation with you, and all of a sudden they see Snow White go by, and hey, you're like, wait a minute, what am I? I saw Tarzan. I saw Tarzan talking to this young girl, and she glazed over, and it was cute. So I took a picture of the two of them, and then all of a sudden, it wasn't Snow White. It was Cinderella. So Cinderella was walking by, and the girl just ran, and the parent went. Because was looking at it, where'd my kid go? You can't make this shit up. I mean,
this shit up, man. Listen, with the theme park, it's like every day is something new, dude. Every day is something new, and you know how guests are. They're considering the fact that I already paid for this, so if anything goes wrong, the slightest inconvenience, I'm blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, the other day, it was the person blowing up on me because I was working outside. We just opened up this new attraction. And as I'm outside, they're kind of coming up to me and they're like, "Hey, can we go in?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Just make sure to park your stroller right over there." And he said, I thought he was joking. I was like, I smiled in his face. I was like, "That's cute." He's like, "You say you can do it," and then walked away.
This is why I couldn't work at Disney, because you know what my response would be? What do you drive? What do you drive? No. I would ask the guy, what do you drive? Because if you ain't driving a Bentley, I ain't driving your stuff over to the. Who does that?
Who are you to me?
Like, do you think you were the Prince of Bel Air or something with that show?
Listen, man, once you, and I get it, once you pay for your park tickets, everything's expensive. You want the whole experience. You want everybody to treat you kindly, nicely, whatever it may be.
Well, you treated him kindly, but he still has the responsibility of putting his own shit away.
Boom, boom, boom. That's
that's so good.
Because it takes so much more energy to be an asshole than it does to just be nice.
Well, it takes less muscles to smile than it does to frown. So, I try to smile, but it's hard for me. I like to use all my muscles. So before I get you out of here, I've taken up time, and you have all these people to go see. What is the most important thing for you in your future? Like what is your dream job?
My dream job is feel like I'm not working.
Got it. That's exactly what it should be. Thank you very much. And you can't make this shit up. And my guest, Lamar Lindsay. Did I say it right? Oh, God. Finally.
Yeah, he's having a quick meet and greet with David, talking ad nauseum. Classic Joe.
Welcome to another special You Can't Make This Shit Up. We're here at the University of Central Florida at Intern Pursuit. This is the biggest, the most prestigious internship program on this campus, as far as I'm concerned. And as an alumni of the AdPR program and a graduate of the program, I am so happy to be here and introducing our intern. So I'm Joel Hawksley, just in case people don't realize I didn't tell the last person my name. So tell us about yourself.
So my name is Kaylin West. I'm currently a senior here at UCF studying communications with a minor in real estate. I have experience in social media management, marketing, campaigning, as well as event management in previous internships. And right now I'm just looking to add to my resume, explore different options, and explore different areas that I've never really been in before. So politics kind of fell under that. So that's why I kind of came over here and started talking with you guys, because I haven't had much experience nor knowledge in it.
Well, so here, a lot of people go, "Oh, it's political consulting. Do I need to know about politics?" No, we're a branding company because every single individual has a brand. You have a brand. I have a brand. We may think we know our brand, but it's the people out there that know our brand because they create our brand. So we have to get that individual to understand that he needs to, he or she needs to brand themselves.
Yeah.
Stay on message. Don't be Sears and then get wiped off the planet because of Amazon.
Yeah.
When you were the original internet with your catalog. So because you can't make that shit up.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's the moment. Those are moments like Sears. Would you not think that Sears would be the one that actually got on the internet and expanded their business?
First. Yeah.
They just didn't do it. So for me, you can't make this shit up moment.
How do you mold like that aspect of the brand with politics? I feel like politics is supposed to be separate from any sort of like.
No, it's 100% PR. Everything that's going. So everything that's going on is scripted. I mean, there's PR people behind every single politician.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when they get elected, because that's all they care about, getting reelected.
Yeah.
So a brand is. If I say Nancy Pelosi, what do you think? Do you think anything? If I say Joe Biden, what do you think?
Okay. I'm president.
Okay, he's a president,
He's
right?
a Democrat, yeah.
So he's a Democrat, he's the president.
Uh-huh.
You know, what you think about him is how he's branded. Like
That's
Joe has only ever done one job, and that's been a politician. He's been a politician his entire life.
Yeah.
For me, it's my perspective of him is going to be different. But I can tell you, I'm a Republican that doesn't believe that Donald Trump is, Jesus Christ on earth. I mean, honestly, I think he did a good job.
Yeah.
I think that he has a problem with opening his mouth.
I was gonna say, would you say his issue is his PR?
Yeah, his PR, his
Yeah.
personal PR. But it's good because think about it. The press all think that they got him elected the first time
Yeah.
because they just couldn't get enough of it. He say something stupid, so they'd come and ask you to clarify, and then he would clarify and not really clarify. He's a genius when it comes to making sure the
did love
camera.
that. Yeah, people loved his PR-ness, but I think it also made us as like Americans look foolish because we ate up his foolishness, but other countries, I think.
Well, Twitter doesn't exist anymore, so
Yeah, true.
I mean,
It's like
that-
X now.
It's like, okay, now we have X, and now you can't make this shit up. Why did you change the name? No, see, that was in the moment. So this is what we do. What I mean is, everybody has brands. So we just talked about Donald Trump. You have a brand of him. I have a brand of him. And there are Republicans that have another brand of him.
Exactly.
So what is his true brand? That's where if I say Coca-Cola, you know what Coca-Cola is.
Yeah.
If I say Pepsi, you know what Pepsi is. which one makes more money annually?
Coca-Cola, right?
Mm,
Pepsi makes more.
Pepsi makes more,
Really?
but there's a reason. Not because they're selling more soda. It's because they're selling you the Tostitos, and they're selling you all kinds of other products that you don't even realize. But Coca-Cola only sells Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that's why I
So
know
if I said, so Pepsi and Coke, who has better sales on their soft drinks?
then it would be Coke.
It's Coca-Cola. See, a different question. So branding, you think of Coke in front, even when it comes to making money, because they're selling,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's impactful. And Pepsi has a very unique perspective. Their commercials they're all about young and hip,
Celebrities.
and so it's always changing.
hmm
And Coca-Cola stays right to it.
Like same from the 50s.
Yeah, and the only time they screwed up is when they came out with new Coke. They learned very quickly, we're never doing this stuff again.
Yeah.
I said, stuff. Yes. Oh,
I always think Coke always made more because I work at a restaurant and we're Pepsi products, and everyone's always so disappointed that we're Pepsi products.
oh yeah. Well, see, here's a secret. So everybody's a Pepsi drinker when they're younger,
Yeah.
but once you try to, get a nice rum and Coke, you totally change, because Pepsi goes flat so quick.
so true.
It is so. It's
and
like,
it's a lot sweeter.
it is.
Like it'll make you have a headache faster.
It is, and it has more caffeine. So
Oh,
there's a lot of things, and Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it. So, I mean,
the main aspect.
the only reason they would try it. No. So the next question is, what was your you can't make this shit up moment? Like, now that I've explained what it is it something in school, like you took a class and you got a new class and you thought it was going to be all about?
I do have a class like that. Well, I had a class whose teacher was switched within like 2 weeks of the semester about to start.
Oh shit, you can't make that shit up.
And you can't make that shit up. And the new teacher, you would think that she hates the class. Like she's on her phone all the time.
Nice.
But it's also attendance required. So it's like
Oh my goodness.
you have to go, but it doesn't even seem like she wants to be there.
So if she doesn't want to be there, and you have to be there. You can't make this shit up. It
Can't
is.
make that shit up.
You are absolutely right. So you're selling your internship. If you're not working with Jay in Washington, what do you want the audience to know about you and what you bring to their company? And then I'll send this off into the abyss, into the internet world.
I would say that I'm a creative focused on networking and collaboration. Right now, I'm trying to hone in more on outreach within the marketing realm because I have a lot of experience with social media management already. And although I just think that it's good to hone in on niches, I do want to extend my resume before I graduate. So that's why I'm looking at different internship opportunities. So yeah, I would just say that my main goal right now is to keep on improving, keep on networking, and to grow my network even more.
One thing I always say is these interns here at Intern Pursuit are more mature than any of the ones you'll get from some of the other programs. So thank you very much. And this is another episode of You Cannot Make This Shit Up. Testing. Yeah, we're just going to cut it now. See, we're getting professional. We can do it that way. Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here. Welcome to another episode of You Can't Make This Shit Up. I am your host, Joel Hawksley, and I have just almost died and went to heaven because our very first intern pursuit is here. as our first intern. How are you doing, Addison?
Good. How are you?
Well, I have a little arthritis. I have a little, but no. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. We miss you.
Did you guys move offices? Yet?
Yeah, we moved and we're now at home, and we're moving to another office. We have a bunch
I
of office
saw
space.
that in the Discord that the first place it didn't work out.
Oh no, the first place, man. That was a mess.
Yeah.
So, and political sauces now changed.
I saw that.
Right. Yeah, that was part of the deal right there. So, things change, but Pulsar got a whole new route. But you tell everybody what you did. Oh, she did nothing. So no.
Well, I would go to the office sometimes, but mostly me and Joel, we would go to Foxhill a lot.
Yep.
We go to different coffee shops. We bring our computers. I did a lot with Excel, calling companies, telling them about political salsa, which we're going to work on it for next year. But
it was. You did a great job. Like,
I've never really been interested in that.
if you were to say, for me, she took on all of the research. And one of the most important things in PR is research. She did, when she talks about doing spreadsheets, she had to research and find the information that I was looking for. And you always stepped up to the plate and you didn't miss. And even if
I feel like you learn so much.
you ask the right questions, and that's what's important. And you're still on our website. You have your own section.
I looked at it like maybe a couple months ago, and I was like, "Oh, because I want to see if you guys sent me off."
No, you have now.
And I went and looked, and it was still there.
We have you in the thank you section, so you're going to be there for eternity, and unless somebody decides to take us out, and I don't think anybody's going to take us out. I think we're doing too much. So what are you doing now? You graduating?
In May.
Nice.
I know, it's crazy.
Nice.
I'm doing an internship this semester at the football team. That's been fun. I don't think I'm going to do an internship in the spring.
No, you should.
Because I'm kind of worried for the campaigns class how stressful it might be. So I don't want to start off with an internship and then be in over my head. So.
That's what I did. Like, campaigns was I wanted my last bit of effort to be right there in something that, meant the world to me, because that was the graduation grade.
Yeah.
I agree with you. You see, Addison's doing a great job. So she's taking care of herself.
I'm hoping to go to grad school. So we'll see.
Dad?
Good.
Awesome. Yeah, her dad is very, 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 very precious to her. So, she has a wonderful family. So we do talk about family here. We do. Your family. You're always family. So, hey, my daughter's calling. That's unusual. So, thank you very much, Addison, for coming by. I appreciate it.
Literally just came just to come and say hi and leave.
And then she said hi to you guys. So, thank you very much.
Nice to meet you. Are you more interested in social media? Are you more interested in writing? Or more interested in things you said you're interested in?
Yeah. Actually wanted to talk to you.
No, he does. It looks like it's clearing up so she can get on the podcast finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
I was just lingering for a second.
Just a second. And that's really.
So you said you were.
All right.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Victoria. What's your name, Victoria? Do you have a resume?
Yeah.
Laugh at me, not laugh with me.
A lot.
Okay. So I'm going to pretend that we're starting the show
All right.
because we just recording and recording and recording. So
Gotcha.
welcome to another episode of a special episode of You Can't Make This Shit Up. We are here at the University of Central Florida at Intern Pursuit. We love Intern Pursuit because you get the most intellectual individuals. This program is phenomenal. It's a limited access program, and we love the students. And they were generous enough to bring film students in. So if you're a film student that's sitting next to me, I love them too. I love them too. So no, I do. Our producer actually was one of our first interns.
Interesting.
So all I'm going to ask you is introduce yourself to our audience.
So this might surprise you, and Dan was just telling me that this was going to actually surprise you. But my name is Victoria Alonso. I am currently a senior at UCF, and I'm actually an integrated business major. So I don't know if you're familiar with the College of Business at all.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Okay. Okay.
No, my wife and you love this. My wife and my daughter came to UCF from Valencia,
Okay.
and they went back to Valencia to get their business degree because
Interesting.
it was that odd to them, like
Okay.
testing and all this. Listen, I think you're brave just for taking the courses over there. So
Yeah, it's definitely it's a little bit of a struggle, but this is my last semester actually. So I'm graduating this December. So integrated business is kind of the major within the College of Business that they combine all of the like management, marketing, accounting, finance. They combine all of it to the one major. So they hone in on like the hard skills that go into business, along as the soft skills such as like presentations, sociability, and like the relationship building within like the workplace. So I've learned a lot of those skills out of it. But when I first started at UCF, I wasn't really sure like what path I wanted to take. That's why that major appealed to me, because I was like, okay, it's kind of like I'm getting all the bases. Like I can kind of see like what I'm interested in.
man, I wouldn't want your bank account. The amount of money you're spending on classes. No, I'm bad. I'm just a terrible person. So
I don't know. I have Florida Bright Futures, which is amazing. So
okay, so we're good.
exactly.
Yeah?
So that's kind of covered for me already.
Me with the VA and you with with your scholars. I said wrong. So.
Bright Future. Yep.
Oh, it's still going a long day. So yeah, I'm excited to have you on the show. So
I'm excited to be
what
here.
I really want you to do is tell yourself if you weren't with Jay in Washington, if you don't end up with us,
Okay.
our audience is a bunch of people that will be interested in interns from UCF. So tell them about yourself.
Yeah, so that was a little bit background about my education history, but I also did a study abroad experience in Spain this past spring. So that was where I got a minor in international business. While I was there, I learned a lot about international economics, as well as just adapting to another cultural in an entire different experience, learning or living in a different country. I moved there with my best friend. She's right there with the great top
She
on.
has a best friend.
Yep.
Everybody, that is great because I don't have any friends. No.
So we lived there for 6 months, and that was my study abroad experience. And that was very unique in the terms of just growing as an individual as well as a professional. And my professional experience includes an internship at the Prego Expo. They're actually over at one of the other tables.
Oh yeah, everybody's here.
Yeah, so they're a local business based out of Winter Park, and I did a lot of their marketing and media content. But within that business, it is a small business. They run conventions around the country, baby conventions, and because it's called the Prego Expo, so pregnancy and baby conventions. Yeah, so I traveled around the country with them. I did the internship, and then I got hired on part-time. So I worked there with them for about a year, and then I left for my study abroad with them. And now I'm here, and I'm so excited to be graduating in December. But
nice.
Yeah.
So we have an unpaid internship because what we're trying to do is we're trying to build our interns to take over. So they their own jobs created right here at our when you're here, you're for the family, you're growing, you'll meet people in networking, and sometimes they'll say, you know what, I'm interested, and they'll become a client, and we can't get rid of an intern when they get themselves a client, and
Yeah.
it would be their client. So
Mhm.
that's kind of where
And
we're
that's
at.
the relationship that they build. So yes,
Yeah.
I understand that.
And that's how it starts. Once you have that relationship and you're making that money from that client, and you can then. We want our interns to be associates, but we want them to win awards. So we want them to be writing
Yeah.
about, an image award is a very important thing in the PR in the PR world, and we want you to be able to accomplish that. So we're going to try to keep you on task with the things you need to make sure that whatever project you're on can result in you having measurable goals achieved for image awards. So
Awesome.
I can't promise you one, but
Yeah.
I can sure tell you that
Definitely work for
I can
it.
definitely
Yeah.
tell you that we're trying to make sure that is a focus
Mhm.
at Jay in Washington. I'm the PR guy. He's the political guy, as David is.
Uh-huh.
And we can't do this without David. David is
Yeah.
phenomenal. And there is no reason to need to know anything about politics, because politics is all PR.
Yeah, I hadn't gotten a chance to speak to him yet, but I did speak to the two other interns who are here, and they did a great job of giving me a lot of information and just kind of selling the company to everyone that's attending the job fair here.
Do they really like it here?
They're amazing. They're awesome.
Oh my
I can
God.
definitely tell they do.
They do. Oh my goodness. It must be David, not me.
I believe it's probably both of you.
Well, you're magic, and you're wonderful. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Before you go, you have to have thought of you can't make this shit up moment, because you have to
Can't make this
share
shit
it.
up.
And if you don't know what you can't make this shit up moment is, I went to Intern Pursuit and I didn't have any resumes because I couldn't print them. That's the kind of, you can't make this shit up. The most important thing, and you have to be unprepared because your computer.
I have a can't make this shit up moment that just happened to me right now.
Okay.
Okay. So I attended the College of Business Career Fair about a week and a half ago. And I was in the middle of speaking to somebody, and I had my phone on ringer by accident. I just completely forgot that I left my phone on ringer. Middle of the conversation, my phone was ringing full blast. I had to stop the conversation. It obviously got a little awkward. After the conversation, I look at my phone. It's somebody from the other career fair calling me.
You can't make this shit up.
Can't make this shit up.
Thank you very much for being
you.
on our show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes. Is on the they describe why I'm taking private experience. She's a comedian. So that's why it's showing. It's fun.
I'm not looking for the comment. We're going to do it right now. So.
You test. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Too loud?
And you've made an impression. No. So everything's being recorded right now. So I'm going to pretend that I am starting the show because we're going to be cutting these things. So you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm definitely. It's like her already. Man, you have this PR thing down. Welcome to another episode of You Can't Make This Shit Up. This is a special episode here from the University of Central Florida at Intern Pursuit. The best interns you could ever get come out of Intern Pursuit. I have never had an intern disappoint me since I've been here. So
Don't put the pressure on me.
Yeah, there's no pressure. There's no pressure because I'll tell you about us and you'll tell me about you, because I want the audience, just in case you work with us in Jay Washington, to know you and be able to say, hey, that's somebody I want. She's already working in the PR field, everybody. So we have a talent already. So I'm Joel Hawksley, and you?
I'm Danielle Carvella.
Danielle.
Yes.
I can say that one. And you can't work with us. The name's too simple.
Okay.
No, it's an inside joke. I mean, I have Kellen. I have Dan is good. Dan is good.
Yeah, I feel like Kellen's not really too hard either, but
Well, I had to think, he made it easier by saying, just remember Helen and put a K in front of it. And I was, no, you don't look like it. Okay, I got it. So you were there. See, she got that. That's dangerous. She might have the right things. So what do you do?
What do I do? So I'm actually a full-time student in the integrated business program here at UCF, but I double minor in strategic communications, PR, and international business. But right now I have a public relations internship at a marketing firm out in Chicago. So I deal with their internal PR stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you can hook me up with them.
I mean, they do.
Just in case Jay in Washington thing doesn't work out for me.
They do automated sales. So, like, if you want to go into that field, I
No,
can get you like.
I don't want to sell anything again. PR is all about selling because you're selling yourself, you're selling the company, you're selling everything. I'm trying to sell you and get people to know who you are, and you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
So, what are you trying to get out? You have a great internship. You have everything except your wrong program, but that's a different story.
Well, let me tell you this. I didn't know what I wanted to do for like the longest time. So
You seem like a person.
thank you. But no, that's why I moved to Spain this past year to get my international business minor, which was incredible. And that kind of like moving there narrowed down what I wanted to do because I visited so much and I saw more of like just international business like inside of it all. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to build like a brand image instead of like working in marketing or like finance or any of that. So that's kind of what narrowed me down. So now I'm back, I'm taking all of these PR classes and I love them. And they're so fun, which it made me apply to like my PR internship now. And I got it and I love it. So
I'm sure they pay you, right?
yeah.
I can't afford to pay you. I'm not.
That's not
So
what I'm looking for.
we have unpaid programs, but what we're trying to offer you is an opportunity to be involved in as an associate, not just an intern. You're not getting coffee at J.M. Washington. You're doing real research. We're trying to make sure that you're doing a plan from beginning to end.
Yeah.
So we talk about branding because everybody needs a brand. So even politicians need a brand.
That's what I liked about your guys' because I kind of want to go into like the political campaign side of everything too.
So we have right now, presently we have 2 campaigns that we're putting together. The Leadership Academy, which we just did a judicial track on, and then I want to broaden that. So when the classes start in January, so we're going to need to market that. I don't like to use the word marketing. It's not what we do. We make people, we bring awareness to those things that people aren't watching. So, and we know the newspaper doesn't say anything to say, so we have to be even more creative to do
Media
that.
relations.
Yes. So, yeah. So an account manager here would be working on one of the projects and would be leading the project. David and I don't do shit. Oh no! I do all the. No, David does all the work. No, I don't know who does all the work. No, I tell you, I have no sense. I get around all you people and I get like lightheaded.
Good because I feel like that right now, kind of.
So yeah, well, you didn't want. So were you the one who went to Spain and she followed you, or did you guys kind of like,
So I wanted to go abroad, and she was like,
she was scared.
no. She wasn't scared, but we couldn't really decide where we wanted to go. She was like, well, I want to go to Spain. So I was like, okay, we'll go to Spain. Did she tell you where we lived?
No, I didn't. We didn't get into any details. I just wrote Spain.
So when you think Spain, you think Barcelona, Madrid.
No, not me.
Okay, well, some
I
big
would-
cities, I would say,
You
though.
do. You always do. Like when I was in Germany,
Yeah. Like you think
everybody
of
said,
Frankfurt, Berlin.
everybody said, where were you stationed? I said, Gielstadt. They go, what is that?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like where we lived. We lived in a city called Santander. Have you heard of Santander?
Nope.
Yeah.
It's somewhere. It sounds like somewhere there.
Yeah. It's beautiful and it's wonderful, but nobody speaks English. So like I had to pick up Spanish, she had to pick up Spanish, which was really interesting, but such an amazing experience because of how different the politics are over there too, which can't even get into how crazy that is. Like, because we learned all about the European Union and the Council, which was a mess over there after just there was so much going on with the big soccer
The
football.
World Cup.
Yes, with all the world drama that was going on, we had to learn about and Brexit. Oh my gosh, they're so mad about Brexit.
Well, of course, because England had, okay, so with Brexit, it's like a divorce.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, all the countries that don't really, shouldn't say this, the countries that don't pull their own weight, Germany is the country that brings the economy together in Europe. I'm sorry, that's just the facts, right? And these other countries need this more than the England and Germany do.
Yes.
So I give Germany a lot of credit because they're actually the EU as far as making it a value at all.
Yeah.
Now, what I just said, I know nothing about, but I do listen and I have friends. So yeah, you learned a lot. I mean, that they did not like the divorce, and
Well, I shouldn't say that. Like that was me being like,
no,
you just said I know nothing about what I said.
no, they did.
I had a English teacher and she taught like she was mad about it and we were like, oh God. But yeah, that's why I know all about it because she was mad about it.
There's a lot to add about. You know, England's England. We fought it. We fought them, and they're our best friends. So isn't that interesting? That's a subject. I love history. So if you're ever having a conversation with me off topic and you have something, you say, like,
we won the war.
Oh, we did win the war. But do you know what's, we're a country that was founded on common sense. Do you realize that?
Yeah,
Like literally.
we were, but now you kind of like look around at us.
Listen, when he wrote common sense, created the energy to create the actual war. So see,
We won the war.
yeah, we did. But we wouldn't have had it if they didn't have common sense printed, and we didn't have the printing press. Oh, so what do you do? The question was, did we do your shit moment?
No.
Okay.
What is that? Now I'm scared.
No, this is easy. So you can't make this shit up. It comes from the fact that David and I would have conversations and we always end up with that word or that statement because Democrats and Republicans are very much alike.
Yes.
And we talk about the client and what they did or what they didn't do and why they won or why they failed. And it's like, we're all the same. So David and I, like, if we're all the same, you and I get along. Let's try this. Let's try this partnership. So,
Look at you now.
David. Yeah, look at David. David's the one who runs the book. I mean, I benefit from his personality. He's the nice guy. So, but no, it's really, you can't make this shit up. I went to Intern Pursuit. I have no one resume with me because my printer decided to die today, right? That would be oh my God, you can't make this shit up. I need resumes. I couldn't get it. So now I got people taking a picture of my resume. How embarrassing would that be? And well, for me, it's not embarrassing. It's like, hey, that's that moment.
Do what you got to do.
So, what was yours?
Well, I gotta think a little bit. I'll tell you one. Let me tell you this. My feet are two different sizes. So one foot right now is stuffed with toilet paper. And I keep saying everywhere I go. It's so embarrassing because you'll see me walk around like slip or like topple out of it.
But now I know. So that knowing's half the battle. So G.I. Joe. No, so yeah, that's it.
It's not a great. I can't make this shit up,
But you can't. Like now, I'm thinking of everybody's feet.
yeah.
Like it's like
If you look around,
I'm trying to find people. I'm trying to find people now.
Victoria's wobbling around too in her heels.
Okay, well, that might be just wobbling. Thank you very much for being on our show, and think about our internship. And if you're not here, we're gonna have the video out there, so maybe somebody pick you up.
Thank you so much.
Did very well.
Thank you.
That's all it is. Just a conversation.
That's awesome. But do I fight?
Joel was not mine.
Hey, Dan. Danielle.
You know, we met. Thank you.
You better fit by all means.
You better the pin.
Okay, yeah, she's about to escape.
She wasn't
Both of them leave at the wheel.
Edition. I've been on limited edition. Limited edition. I've been on. You can't make this shit up.
Honestly, I thought it was right there on the table. I was going to say,
It was.
She and I met earlier. Very nice to meet you.
I'm trying to be nice.
What's that?
I'm trying to be nice. I can't believe you allowed me behind this desk.
You know, you're all throwing it.
You're going to be tearing me.
You did.
You're going to tear me up.
And then you test.
Testing.
Oh, awesome. Did you say? No, you didn't say that. Okay, you said testing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying something. So I'm going to pretend that I'm starting the show, and then I'm going to hand it over to you. I just want you to introduce yourself, and I will lead you to everything.
Great.
It should be easy.
Okay.
See? Except women lead men. So, I don't know. So welcome to another episode of You Can't Make It Up. We're a special edition here at the University of Central Florida Intern Pursuit. We love Intern Pursuit because it brings us with some of the more intellectual and professional students here at UCF. And that brings me to Savannah. So would you change the name on me? Would you change it to Savannah so people can see her as Savannah? I don't think she wants to be Victoria. Or, yeah. So tell me about that. So tell our audience, who is Savannah?
Okay. I am a senior here at UCF. I'm a double major in ad PR and psychology. Oh, I should be looking over there. Hello. I'm a senior. I'm double majoring in ad PR and psychology. I really enjoyed my time here. I started when it was like in COVID, so I guess I didn't come up the freshman year. So I'm trying to make up for lost time and get really involved on campus.
Yeah, Lindsay and I had that conversation.
Yeah.
She said, Joel, be aware that these are the students that that suffered through COVID, and I'm like, man, that's gotta have been tough.
Mm-hmm.
And you were in college or transitioning.
I was transitioning actually. Yeah, so I was a senior in high school when COVID hit, and then it's kind of, obviously it was a hard time for everybody, and it was just kind of it was odd looking at other people that would get like the more typical high school experience, kind of seeing how they had that, and then coming to the realization that I wasn't necessarily going to have that. So we didn't have like graduation or prom or.
You see that's I can't believe that. Like that to me is just overwhelming because that is huge. Those moments where you can actually network. So
yes.
We are a networking firm, so that's kind of interesting. J.M. Washington, political consulting firm, public relations firm too, because every single person has a brand, and politics is all about PR. If you're not watching like up in Washington D.C. right now, the drama, then that's just an example of how crazy it gets. And that's a you can't make this shit moment. We don't have a Speaker of the House. The House of Representatives is getting no work done.
Yeah.
And if you had a business that didn't get any work done, what would you do? You'd fire them. I'm not saying you want to fire your congressman. Wink, wink, wink. Not mine. See, this is the thing. Everybody hates Congress, but nobody hates their congressman. So that's why they always get reelected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So tell the audience, if you weren't working with Jay in Washington, if that's not what happens, we just want you to introduce yourself to the audience out there so that somebody else might be able to pick you up because they want to know what you're looking for and what your expectations are.
Yeah, so I've been kind of looking for internships to kind of diversify my experience and really get a feel for the field of advertising.
I'm been kind of trying to go into research actually, which is not something that I would like. But my psychology background has really helped me out in kind of to that, and had a more an account management role before, and I really enjoyed getting to see how all the different departments worked and how they all intersected, and then of course client relations, which I guess is kind of your relations.
Really, do you want to have a relationship with your client? None of them. No, that's truly that's great. So I have to ask you, you're on a show called You Can't Make Shit Up.
Mhm.
You know, I'm kind of curious what made you even dare sit down with this crazy guy over here.
Oh, I don't know.
Did he talk you into it? Did somebody bribe
I
you?
wouldn't say he talked me into it, but I have seen you guys a few years actually, and it's funny. I'll always be like walking around, and when I like see people I know, they're like, "Oh, did you see those people are like talking to microphones? What are they doing?" Like people don't know necessarily what you guys are up to. But then I was talking to David, and he was saying that I don't know, should come over and talk.
You should talk.
Yeah.
Now you know, right?
Yeah.
So you have to have a moment that you everything was going right, and then all of a sudden something miraculous happens. So a good and bad. You can't make this shit moments, right?
Oh man.
So I am in a restaurant with my wife, and I've never told this story before, so I'm going to prove it. So we're sitting there, and then there's this guy who's running for president. So we're sitting in this restaurant, and all of a sudden everybody starts moving, and I'm going, "What the heck is going on?" My wife's like, "I don't know, but this is crazy." So all of a sudden, the guy walks in, and it's a guy running for president of the United States. This was the basketball player Bentley.
Oh.
Way before your time. So he was running against Al Gore.
Okay.
So yeah, you can't make this shit up.
No.
I can't stand Democrats. And then all of a sudden, I have a Democrat saying hi to me and touching my child. And
What'd you say?
I smiled and I said, "Hey, how you doing? Hey."
Yeah.
I'm not one of those guys. Listen, I'm not one of those. If the president of the United States asks me to the White House, even though he's a Democrat, I'm going.
Yeah.
Because you don't get those opportunities very often. So,
Yeah.
yeah. My wife was like, "Ugh," because he was tall, right? That's you can't put this shit up. Instead of coming to the front, he came into the back of the restaurant so they could get him into the restaurant. We just happened to be sitting right at the point where he was coming in. Everybody was waiting for him. Maybe disappointed because they didn't get close enough to him, and I got closer than I really wanted to be. I make this shit up. So what's your moment?
Oh gosh.
Anything.
Yeah. I mean, I've got one from like 2 days ago.
That's
I guess. I was so they've been doing construction in my apartment. Hopefully this is relevant, but they've been doing construction in my apartment, like debris in my room and everything, and I was cleaning it and the glass shattered and it cut my hand. And it was a couple days ago actually. And it was very much a moment where I'm like standing there. This apartment has had quite a few over the last 2 years. I was like, you know what? You can't make this shit up.
You can't make this shit up because the problems just keep going and going
They
and
really
going.
do. Yeah.
Have you ever bought Energizer batteries? Because it sounds like you have the bunny. So thank you very much for being on our show. If you're looking for an intern and we don't gobble her up, please take an interest in Savannah. She's very nice. And thank you. Was it as painful as taking a flu shot or a COVID shot? Thank you.
It's Logan. Logan? Logan? Next Logan?
Very much more. Whatever you want, whatever system you want, whatever you know, obviously the structure as the
No, sit, stay, stay.
oh, we don't want them to engage.
Oh, I ain't gonna take the buttons away.
Right
No,
now,
David-
I made like
David knows I like buttons.
thumbnail cameras, so we just been passed them. If somebody has a problem with one day, sometimes
Testing.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, good. I'm going to pretend that I'm starting the show, and I'm going to learn all about you because I don't do it. Yeah, I like the action. Welcome to another episode of You Can't Make This Shit Up. It's a special episode here at the University of Central Florida. We are at Intern Pursuit, the finest, the most intelligent, the most phenomenal individuals come out of here. And if you're not here as business, you're not getting the best from UCF. Thank you very much. And I'm Joel Hawksley. I'm your host. David is working the floor, and David sends these people over to me, so don't think David is taking a day off. So, your name is Logan. That's all I know.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so that's all I know. I'm not going to do any magic tricks. No, tell us about yourself. You're a Democrat,
I am.
and you're sitting with a Republican. Okay, so we're going to try to have a conversation, right?
Yes.
So you're a Democrat. You admit that you're a Democrat.
Big time. Yeah.
Nice. And you actually led the Democrats here in UCF.
That's right.
Really? If I asked a Democrat how it was under you compared to what it is now, no, I'm not put you on the spot. So David said he had met with you and you had a conversation. And what?
So actually,
We're still recording. So,
yeah, so we'll about so I'm a second so my first campaign was
okay. This is why we're going to. This is why I get rid of it. Okay. You want to go to
Those kinds of camping, that kind of
And it's phenomenal.
oh yeah, yeah. It's this like is the merch. Stadium. It's like the two. It's a different state. It's something. Soccer and it's on an Eskimo, the official sponsor. Yeah, of course, you have to. These are the last. And that's what you can do with this finger and specific hit. Number 2 or careful out. Number 2. That was a device that someone brings up, I think. So this is the way that we should continue to have a I'm only 19. No, it's so because so thank you.
There you go. Hydrating. Water.
Helen's not going to take the handout.
No, I quit. Oh, I'm so sorry. Taking the way.
Thank you, Angie. All right. Should I go to coaching there?
Yeah.
Right.
Not really. You more or less just told me we need someone to work on social media. A lot of people are living. Yeah, no. If you work on, like the copywriting thing, and you don't have
That man stop. Get in his trap.
my main thing was making your own stuff on the ground. So it's what I like to use, especially those first two. Something important to
Yeah, I mean,
come up with it, take it from some thought
from scratch.
We're looking for the biggest. Sure. Oh, shit. Very much. You're talking about Victoria. Victoria. Yeah. She's definitely one of those people. He's serious. There was one person who wanted to go on the podcast, but didn't. I was telling him because he worked on a campaign. I have his resume. Was that? He's not going to explain it. Yes. So we have his resume. I think he has a lot of preliminary knowledge. We just talked with him. So primary. It's like, wow, what a pickup line, Zach. You got it.
All politics, Dave Watts for many years of politics. This is the one, I mean, he was one of the primary was huge.
It's like field elections are they're very the election go burn.
And so I
like this person's name. I'm so mad for this person.
well, he's working on us. He's working on us.
Yeah, he talked with me first. He talked with me first. That's how he knew. Because he walked up and said, campaign.
Yeah.
He's like, I started because he was kind of vaguely asking me what kinds of things. You know, I used to hold up pockets like just different levels, different branches.
That was
And
after.
I did mention that
I think that Fox News talked about what
Kyle didn't talk to me.
but back to the story. So I
know that Kyle.
college is freshman folks. I grew up high school me.
They always.
It's always a party. It's always a party. Well, I just want to sit and grab a shit on my face.
Welcome to JW.
Yeah. So I'm ordering slice of pepperoni pizza and my phone the other, and I see that it's a notification pop up. Maxwell Cross endorsed. Or sorry, Bernie Sanders endorsed Maxwell Cross. And and I rolled my slice and shoved the phone in his face. And then exploded. And we started jumping and jumps with us. And it hits him right in the up. I wouldn't say that. He's been organizing last time. He knows things. And on your point about sure. And your point about credit and whatever. I mean, the median age of Senate is all 69. But the fact that we have some lived experiences from those folks like comes from a background of knowing what they have to with. You don't have that. Your competition look sound like It also sends grenades.
Also helps us control. It's a very
Yes, you have. Spinning right now. If you want, you can go on a. You can't make
Joel,
you can't make this shit. It's just it has a lot of parts that you get to talk about. Whatever you want to talk about. It's
what?
You want to find out.
That's not true. No, the campaign office had placards across all across the country. There's many in the primary, or what do you mean? What?
The office on.
yeah, that was like the shooting too.
Yeah.
At my office, we were walking down the street. I looked over.
I was in the volunteer.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We can see it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you can't make this shit up.